On behalf of the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce, I want to welcome you to our 2021 Chamber Member Marketing Series webinar. This is the first of three. We're going to give you a general overview of use of social media and the web for you as a business, and a little bit more specific delve into your online member benefits. So we're going to just get going. As I said, we're going to do three of these, but this one today is going to do a little bit about social media, a little bit about website, and more about making the most of your ChamberMaster and chamber member benefits. Annalise is really our rock star in social media, and the kind of numbers that we've been pulling relative to our impact on social media platforms proves to me that she is a rock star. Sarah has done an amazing job of upping our ante on our website, and has a million tips and tricks that she'll be able to share with you on search engine optimization, basics about what your website should look like. And from my perspective, I'm going to talk with you again about your chamber member benefits. Many of you have been members for quite some time, and for those of you who are and who have taken advantage of some of the things that we do, yay you. For those of you who are new, this is going to be a great way for you to understand and learn more. I will be honest with you, in preparing for this seminar, I learned so much more about the capabilities that you as members have, and I'm hopeful that you will learn and start to take advantage of them, particularly job postings, hot deals, using our calendar, updating, upgrading, improving your listing on our website. The impact we know that will have for you it will be great. So we're going to just dive in. Let me start off by, again, I'm Pam King. I'm the Executive Director of the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce. Sarah McCraw, who is multitasking right now, is our Administrative Assistant and Programs Coordinator. And Annalise Kannenberg is our Special Events and Tourism Promotion Coordinator. And also she is our social media phenom. So we're happy and excited to be with you. Just full disclosure, Annalise is we're very cognizant of social distancing and COVID safety. So Annalise is at home. While the three of us can be in our offices all at the same time, we have everything we need to do that. For this seminar, I am in my office with my door closed. Sarah is in her office with the door closed and her shield up, and Annalise is at home. So that's why we took our masks off. If all three of us were here, we would have our masks on, and but we wanted to be able to really have you hear us and be clear, loud and clear. So that's just a little disclosure.
I just wanted to be able to wear lipstick.
Well, she wanted you to see her lipstick. Okay, we're going to start with Annalise, and she's going to talk about social media marketing.
Yes, thank you, Pam. Okay, like Pam said, my name is Annalise Kannenberg. I'm the Special Events Tourism Promotion Coordinator. That's my official title, but I do a lot of social media and also marketing materials for the Chamber. So a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Grafton. I grew up going to every single event. I participated in Parks and Rec. I was heavily active in Grafton's 4-H Club, Cloverleaf 4-H. I was a youth leader for the Sewing Project, a junior director at 4-H Camp, and then also I was very active at Ozaukee County Fair because of it, which led me to be in the 2016 Ozaukee County Fair, so the fair. I earned my bachelor degree in arts and mass communication from Concordia in Mequon. They're a chamber member. I participated in Symphonic Wind Ensemble, theater, the Beacon, the Talon, which is the radio station. And I also met my husband on campus. I had an internship at Ansay and Associates and also Kohler. I was a fill-in on-field host at the Lakeshore Chinooks one summer of 2016. Post-graduation, I was the social media manager for Cover It With Class. I am now the Special Events and Tourism Promotion Coordinator at the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce, and I also work for Celebrate Grafton. I'm also a board member on the Ozaukee County Tourism Council. So if you have any questions regarding tourism, Grafton, Ozaukee County, feel free to send them my way, put them in the chat. Be glad to help you with that. So we're gonna basically talk about social media 101 today. It's going to be very basic. It's going to talk about what you should do on social media, really basic, not too complicated. The different social media platforms that I think are super beneficial for you as a business or organization, since each platform has a different demographic and audience, it's really important to kind of know which ones to spend your time on and which ones to focus your energy on. So Facebook, it's the most popular way to reach and interact with your current and potential customers. We really like to use it to post and ask questions to our community, post about events. We use it kind of as a news source as well. Instagram, it's a picture and video sharing social media website. Again, it's very interactive, not as much as Facebook, but it's very picture and video focused. YouTube, it's the original platform to share videos. If you have anything to do with videos, like a promo video or a how-to video or a video about your business or talking about your different employees, great platform to use it on. You can share it on all your other platforms as well. Twitter, it's beneficial to your SEO, which Sarah will talk about in a little bit. LinkedIn, it's a great resource to reach a professional audience. So we don't share everything on LinkedIn, but things like this webinar we shared, things like our, what is it called? Things like our state of the community address we shared. So really beneficial to the business community. LinkedIn is great for. And then Pinterest. So we probably all go on it in our free time and scroll through it. It's a great platform to share pictures of your organization. So we as Visit Grafton, our tourism, we share old pictures, new pictures, pictures of our events. People are really searching for a tourism destination on Pinterest, and that's a great platform to use that for. Okay. Okay, now what? You have your social media or your social media set up. You have a profile created. What do you do next? This is really the basic information to have people recognize you as your business or organization. Make your logo your profile picture. When you comment or share or like anything, people will see that logo first and associate these posts with your business. Make your cover photo a picture or a video of your business, product, contact information, etc. It's really where you can get creative and show people what your business is about without them having to fully scroll through your profile. And then another important thing, especially now during COVID, is update your about section. So include your address, your phone number, your email, hours if they're updated, especially due to COVID, your website, include your business's mission statement as well. So when people are scrolling through your Facebook and you're new, people really want to know who you are and what you're about. And that's really important to update those to give a clear message to potential customers or businesses that want to have a relationship with you. Social media posts. So when posting, remember your demographic of your audience and stay true to that demographic. So these are going to be 6 things that I'm going to go through. Try to always include at least a few of them in your different profile or your different social media posts, just to make sure that your posts are consistent and you're reaching this right audience. So the first thing that I suggest is always have a goal. Don't just post to post. What are you trying to achieve with your post? Are you trying to increase sales, brand awareness, introduce yourself to the community? Make sure that you have a clear-cut goal for every single post, and so it's related to you as an organization or business. Brand your posts. Use the same fonts, the same colors, the same verbiage. Use your own quality images, but if you must use stock, we use stock images all the time too, but just brand it with your logo. It's the easiest way to make people realize that, oh, this post is coming from the Grafton Chamber of Commerce, and they recognize that. Show you. Share behind the scenes, share your office, share your business, share your different employees, share, the pictures that your company wouldn't normally show. Since you're the face of your business, gaining that familiarity with your followers is so important. And people really appreciate being in the know, especially now when they're home at COVID and they can't experience things as much. They love to see the behind the scenes and really feel a part of your business versus just a customer. Post how a product is made or setting up for an event, just even the simple behind the scenes of things. That pictures are even fine too. You don't have to do videos, but people really get excited to know that they're a part of you and a part of your business. action. I think this is one of the most important things, especially when you want to improve your SEO. Create a call to action within every single post to include or to increase your post engagements. So ask a question to your customers, tell them to click on the link for more information, go to our website to find this. That really drives people to want to learn to know more about you and your business. And that includes, really increases your own statistics and analytics on the back end of things. Contact, always include a way to contact your business, include your website, your address, your phone number, your email. You don't have to include everything in every single post, but say if something's related to someone in your office, just include that person's name and email. It doesn't have to be a really, really long paragraph about how to contact you, but just the really simple way for people to know that they can learn more information or contact someone. And the most important thing is hashtags. So use them. When people, it's starting to become more and more familiar with what hashtags are, but it's essentially a buzzword to help your current and potential customers find you. So say they're searching for a specific item like Grafton, Wisconsin, and they search for it. When we use hashtag Grafton, Wisconsin in our posts are likely to come up because it's hashtagged and it's not just a word in your post. So I have a post that I made for the Ozaukee County Tourism Council. It was a very heavily engaged post. So within the first 24 hours, 1,200 people interacted with this post, and we had multiple shares, multiple comments, and that was fantastic. You don't always get those. And if you don't get that much interaction, don't be discouraged, just keep posting. And if people don't like them or share them as much, the engagements on the back end of things are really the most important thing to focus on. So goal, to explain what the Ozaukee County Tourism is. Brand, you can clearly see our logo and our brand, our fonts and colors in the post itself, the image, the graphic, show you. This was really our main goal, was to show who we were as an organization and to show what we did for our community and our counties and our different partners. I also like to add our location to our posts. So Sarah and I were talking about this once in the office, that as soon as we added, we were in Ozaukee County or we're in Grafton, so many more people engage with that, because again, they're searching for the different communities. And that's just another way to get that exposure. Action, plan your next trip, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, contact us today. It doesn't have to be such direct things saying contact us today. It can just be an invite to plan your next trip. And if they want to plan their next trip, it invites them to learn more and go to our website to, follow that call to action. Our contact, I included our website, our email, our phone number, social media, because it was relevant for this post. Again, if it's not all relevant to that post and it's just a contact to one singular person in your office, include that. And then hashtags. I included a plethora of hashtags on this post because they're buzzwords. So if people are looking, again, for Southeastern Wisconsin or Lake Michigan, breweries, restaurants, wineries, this post may show up because it's hashtagged and it's a buzzword in the post. So this was just kind of a social media 101 kind of thing, what to include in your post. Next time on Thursday, March 25th at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So the same time as this one, we'll further discuss how to use these social media platforms. I'm going to delve into each single social media platform. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc., to take advantage of each feature that each social media platform has to offer. So on Facebook, they have their business suite, which once you learn how to use it, it's actually really, really convenient. You can schedule posts. You can look at your analytics, same as Instagram. You can look at your highlights, your bio. We'll also talk about how to reach more people on social media using your posts, your stories, your ads, again, taking a full advantage of every single feature every social media platform has to offer. We'll really delve into looking at your social media insights and analytics. They're great that you have them, but when you have them, what do you do with them? So we're going to talk about how to use them to better understand your profile visitors and what they're really looking for and searching for when they're on your profile. Another thing that the chamber, we love to look at these and see what's beneficial with us when doing organic versus paid advertising. There was one year that we had our parade and it reached 20,000 people organically. So how did we do that? How do we go about finding how to do that? We'll talk about that more. And then I'll also talk about free programs to use to make personalized posts. Personally, we love Canva. It's free, it's user-friendly, there's templates you can use, awesome resource to use as a business or organization. So this is it for the social media marketing of it. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. We'd love to answer. If not, I'll see you next time on March 25th. And so we are on to Sarah now.
Thank you, Annalise. So now we're going to dive into the broad overview, and I can't stress that enough. This is just a broad, like freshman 101 overview of website and SEO. So next slide, please, if you would mind, Annalise. Thank you. Just a quick information for you guys about myself. I've been here at the chamber for a year, little year now. Is it two? Are we coming up on 2 years this May? Holy moly. But prior to my 2 years here at the chamber, I have a whole nother lifetime in broadcast and journalism, and with that comes marketing experience. So I graduated from University of Milwaukee with my bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. I worked in television for 6 years. My final 3 years in TV was as a TV news producer at Channel 12 in Milwaukee. In 2011, I decided to get out of the grueling broadcast and jump over into print. So I jumped over into print, and I wrote as a journalist for, oh gosh, I don't know, 2.5 years. I worked for a year and a half at the Ozaki Press. I freelanced for the News Graphics, so a variety of print publications in our local Southeastern Wisconsin area. I either freelanced for or were employed for as a journalist. Then, as chance would have it, I got hired at the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, but not under our editorial department, in their advertising department, which is where I learned the ins and outs of digital advertising, and my SEO and website experience comes from my 3 years there. I'm currently here at the chamber, but I'm a zillennial, so that means I like to hustle on the side. So I have a little side gig. When I'm not working at the chamber, I am the owner and editor of Desperate House Geek magazine. So I've produced that website myself and done that myself. So I love me some good website talk. As you can see that picture there, the two pictures are me having myself as Desperate House Geek on a Channel 12 segment. So when we say we know how to market, we know how to market ourselves, each other, our chamber member businesses. We have walked the walk. The picture on me in the bottom is me working from home remotely and digitally teaching, digital learning with my child, right? So we're all there today. So we're all trying to balance and figure out how to do all of this stuff for ourselves or our businesses, and we're going to help you a little bit with that. So next slide, please. Okay, websites, how to make your website work for your business. Okay, listen, this is the skinny people. I'm just going to say it. A website for your business is a must-have. It's a must-have. You can't not have a website. Please do not use a social media page dedicated as your business page. Social media is just the transformation or the gateway to get your customers to your product, right? So that's supposed to drive traffic to your web page. So there's tons of ways that you can get your own web page. You can build your own. If you are like, I have the time, but I don't have the money, build your own. There's tons of programs you can use, whether it's WordPress, Squarespace, even Google My Business has a part, and we'll get into that in a minute, but even within Google My Business, they have an option there for you to produce your own website. However, if you were like, you know what, I'd rather just pay someone to make it for me, there's tons of businesses out there, as we know, they're a dime a dozen that can build a website for you. But if that is something that you are interested, contact me after this and we can talk. If you're like, oh shoot, what do I do? I'm currently using a social media thing. We encourage you to use your chamber directory listing, which Pam will be speaking about in a little bit. But use your chamber directory listing as just a temporary landing base until you can get your website up. That works fine, because as you will see in a few minutes with Pam, there's tons of really good information that's on your chamber directory listing page, and that could be a temporary homepage for you if necessary. So once you are working on your website, or if you already have a website, here are some things to keep in mind. As Annalise mentioned, branding is really important. So your branding and how you have everything cohesive with your social media posts, that should also be on your website as well. So keep it clean, keep your fonts clean, keep your, have everything branded and cohesive. I recommend to everybody, and this doesn't have to be all done in one weekend or one afternoon. As a business owner, take 15 minutes each day, but get yourself a little journal, a notebook, and just write down 15 minutes each day of work on a little bit of it each day. So I would say build a brand guide. Take a little bit of time each day to build yourself a brand guide. That includes what is my business's font? What are our official colors? That though you put those things together, you can see the examples on the slide. Those help you stay cohesive. And as your business grows, and if you can have other people join on and help you with your social media marketing and your website, then that tells your colleagues or your employees, this is our brand, please stick to this guide. All right, let's keep going. So here's some examples I took right from our website. Annalise and I have been working hard to try to bring, walk the walk at the chamber itself. So we've worked on cleaning up the overall branding and cohesiveness look to our website, which includes, as you can see, we have a specific font. We've got the graphics, the layout of each pages are the same. Our menus are easy to read. So again, just check that out. You can see the overall look. So if you look at our Facebook page and our Instagram page as well, you'll see the post the graphics we make in Canva, it matches our fonts that are on our website. So we have that overall branded, that cohesive look across our social media platforms, but all that traffic drives to your website because that's what grows your customer base and your audience. Okay. Let's continue. All right. Well, we know the saying, content is king, right? Cash is king first, let's be real. But in the journalist world, content is king. So when it comes to business websites, if content is king, then connection is queen. You want your customers to be able to contact you and find you. So I highly recommend you have the following. Keep these things in mind when you're producing a website for your business. A news and events page. If you get any local coverage, whether it's in the Ozaki Press, the news graphic, a channel, a TV station, whoever is covering you, you guys should be shouting that from the rooftops. If you're hosting your own local events, you should have that on your news and events page. About us section and contact us, your social media, address, phone number, email. People want to be able to reach you. They want to see your location, right? So have all the connection part important, because then that gives your customers a feeling of oh, I can reach this person. Okay. All right. We're cruising along. Okay. I just wanted to show you an example of a business that I really enjoyed their overall branding, but specifically their contact page. So Fiddleheads Coffee is a chamber member, but their news page is almost like a little mini blog. And so they share their announcements. It has all these blog, links and things that you can look at. And all that kind of stuff helps with your SEO, which we will get into that in just a minute. But the more so this is a really good example of a business that is doing it and is showing properly their news and connection resources. So check them out. All right, moving on. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so Google Business. If you haven't done it yet, you should scoop yours up. I cannot express that enough. It's free. There's a link right there. You can click it and that'll take you to it. So go on and claim your business. When it comes to SEO, you want to play nice with Google. Simple as that. So when you claim your business profile, that's one of the things that they check off on the backside of the analytic, their little algorithm of, do we like you or not? If you claim your business in Google, that helps them like you a little bit more. So when you log in and you claim this, it allows you to change all that information on the side. So when you Google I don't know, my dentist in Grafton. And then, right. So that thing that pops up on the side, this, when you log into this and you claim this, it allows you to change the pictures, to change your business hours, your address, like all this information. The other thing that I really like about it that people don't realize is that it allows you as the business, if someone leaves you a review on Google as a business, you can respond back to that review out of this platform. There is also, again, an option within Google Business to build your own website through them. So check that out. That's a good option. But if you have not done this already, claim your Google Business because it is really good for your SEO, which I think is what we're going to talk about next. Let's find out, shall we? It is. Ha, I was right. Okay, so I'm a nerd and I could talk about SEO all day, but I'm only going to give you guys a few little tricky tricks when it comes to SEO. If you have a website, right? Okay. So SEO, we've all heard that buzz phrase. It's short for search engine optimization. Yeah, you can pay for it. But if you don't want to pay for it, here's what you should be doing right now. Free and simple. This is my tip. Fill in the SEO parts on the back end of your website. What is that, Sarah? I don't know what that is. Here's the trick for you people. The SEO treasure is buried within your media library. So picture descriptions help with SEO. And so if you can go to the next slide. So this is our media. So wait, hold on, stay here. Media, see how I have it circled? This is my word. This is like what our WordPress looks like. And on the side of our WordPress, you go to media, and then here's all our pictures that are in our website, right? So if you can go to the next slide now, I'll explain to you what I mean by that SEO treasure that's hidden and where you can go to fill it in. Super simple. So when you go to your, if you've got, and you're like, okay, listen, if you have one picture or 50, I don't care how many you have on your website, go and do this for whatever's on your website. Okay. Your logo, all this thing. Now where it says caption, because then your audience will see what you've written in caption, but in that description box, that's on the back end of your website. And that description that you plug in talks to Google and talks to the internet. I don't know how. And so you plug in your keywords. So like you can see, I typed in, Chamber Member Marketing Series, Grafton Chamber of Commerce in Ozaki County, whatever your business keywords are, or so search engine optimization is based on like hot keywords. If someone were to Google your business, insurance agencies near me, wedding venues in Ozaki County, right? Those keywords are what you want to have pop up when it comes to SEO so that your customers find you first. So go on your website, plug in your keywords on your pictures. It can't be gobbledygook. You can't try to, back in the day, you could kind of like trick Google and post a bunch of keywords on the back end. They don't fall for that anymore. You gotta play fair. So pick appropriate keywords to plug in there. Yeah, that's my tip and trick for SEO. That's my big one, is filling in that stuff. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Oh yeah, so that's just a little taste for y'all on website and SEO. But if you're all about this, you want to learn more, join me in April and we will talk about, we'll do a deeper dive into the back end of websites. I primarily deal with WordPress. WordPress is my jam. But we can, we'll talk about it, basically whatever program you use to build your website, same concept. It's just right. So we'll look at the back end of your website, talk about the formula of SEO, look at some SEO plugins that you can use. So there's these things that you can add to your website to help with your SEO. Again, those are free. We'll talk about those. We'll dig into, touch base on, whatever you want to call it, organic SEO, which is what I just taught you how to do now, versus paid SEO. And I did see that someone asked a question regarding Google business ads versus, do you pay for Google ads, right? Same concept. We'll talk about organic SEO versus paid SEO, website analytics. And I also want to talk to people about backing up your websites, which popped in my head. And last but not least, we'll review how to make sure that your website menus are manageable and easy to read. So please join me in April for that. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the one, the only, our amazing executive director of the Grafton Chamber of Commerce, Mrs. Pam King.
Okay.
Take it away, Pam.
Thank you both ladies. As you can see, they definitely know how to walk the walk and talk the talk, and they certainly are great experts. So I would definitely encourage you to listen to and try and use some of the tips that they have given you. The way that our chamber has grown in the last 2 years with the two of them on our social media and our web presence is inexplicable. So I would encourage you to take advantage of that. I did post in the chat, just so that you know, we will send you, as participants, we'll send you a copy of these slides so that you have them. And they'll be clickable, so you'll be able to click on that Google to subscribe in that and all of that. And we also recording, so this will be on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and say, hey, I think I heard Sarah say this, you'll be able to verify. I'm going to talk with you a little bit about your chamber membership, but first I just, going to tell you a little bit about me. Short version is I've lived in Grafton for 30 years. I was not born here, but I certainly feel like I've been here. I've certainly been here for almost half my life. This is the place I call home. This is the place I raised my two children. My husband and I moved here in 1991, and we became pretty entrenched pretty quickly in the community. When I was thinking back, my two colleagues are much younger, and so their careers are clearer in their heads. Mine's a little fuzzy. This one's been here for almost 20 years, but the other stuff is a little gray for me. So I was thinking about, boy, I did do the Grafton Soccer Club, and I did do Little League, and I did do PTA and all of the schools my children were part of. And when my children were the boys and girls had to separate in soccer, I did coach a girls soccer team, and I did, so I've kind of been on all sides of the spectrum in our community. I do believe that I certainly have learned a lot about our community and all of you, and certainly enjoy my time working with you. This is the key of our existence right now is this little beauty here. We are proud grandparents of an almost 2-year-old and going to be grandparents of a little boy second in May. So we're very, very excited about that. So if you ever are bored and you want to hear about babies, I can talk to you about that for as long as you want to hear about it. And you will see my display in my office. What I'm going to talk with you about is just a couple things. Social media exposure and what we can do to help you as a business by leveraging us and you at the same time. I'm also going to talk about our weekly chamber shorts and our monthly newsletter, and about mostly about ChamberMaster, which is the back end database management system that we use in the chamber for our side of things to keep you all organized, but it also provides you with some amazing opportunities to enhance your exposure in both in our community and across the internet. Our social media exposure, please, if you have not already done so, this is the biggest, the hardest thing I continue to try and help people understand. If you want us to share and see and know what you're doing, you need to make sure that you're liking us, following us, and sharing us as well. I don't understand algorithms. I don't understand a lot, but what I do know is sometimes I see every single thing Mika posts, and sometimes I don't see it at all. And I have to go back in and kind of refresh myself. I'm right now, because I just recently liked Brittany, Dr. Herrick, I can see everything she's doing, but if I lose sight of her, I might lose her for a while and have to go back. So you need to help us by coming back to us, telling us about you, liking us, following us, so that we can do the same. And when you are posting, if we aren't picking up on it, easy fix. Email Annalise and say, I just posted about this amazing seminar I'm doing next Thursday. Can you please share it? All it takes, send Annalise or Sarah or I or all three of us an email, and we'll try and get it out to wherever we can. We manage 6 Facebook pages, our own chamber page, our young professionals page, a Visit Grafton page, Ladies Night Out, Celebrate Grafton, and Ozaukee County Tourism. When it makes sense, we'll share it across all 6 platforms, or we'll pick and choose which ones. we will always share it on the chamber platform, but when we can, we'll share it across all of those. On Instagram, we do have an Instagram page for the chamber. My colleagues understand that much better than I consider myself an Instagram creeper, not an Instagram poster, but my two friends are amazing at it and have just recently started to create Instagram stories where they share your posts in our story up above. So a lot of times our own organic posts are in your feed, but shared posting on Instagram, stories that include things you've posted are on the top in our stories. And if I'm not saying that right, ladies, help me, but I think that's what I understand. We do have a YouTube channel. The content there has grown leaps and bounds over the last 6 months. We've finally kind of gotten the aha moment about we have all this content, let's put it out there and people can see it. I would encourage you to do the same. It's not that hard. You all have smartphones. Creating content is pretty simple. And I'm saying this as an old lady who is afraid of almost all technology, and I've come to know it. LinkedIn, as Annalise said, most of that for us is sharing professional enhancement and enrichment opportunities in the business community. We do not share social events. That wouldn't be really our Christmas parade platform. That wouldn't be our, it wouldn't be our ladies night out platform, but it certainly would be this kind of event platform. But we're happy to share and use those resources we have as opportunities for you as well. I did some research yesterday and we have over 3,000 followers on our Facebook page. We reached with a post about the storage carton home here in Grafton in about 10 minutes of after Annalise posted that at about 8 o'clock on Monday night, we reached over 1,000 people. So imagine the reach we can have for you if you help us share. If you tell us to share, we will, and the growth you will have intrinsically, organically, freely. Doesn't cost you anything. So please take advantage of that opportunity. We do, as you know, I hope, we do a weekly email shorts. That's an email blast that comes out every Thursday and goes to about 850 subscribers. The cost for that insert has been $25. I'm going to be honest with all of you. We are in a times of a pandemic. If you send me information for our shorts, I'm not going to charge you for it right now because I really feel like it's important for me to share your information. I will give you one free insert a month until we can say we've figured out this pandemic and we're ready to move forward. So please take advantage of that. What you would send me is a PDF or a flyer because in the shorts, your information appears to look like an ad. I need it yesterday at noon. So I need it on Wednesday at noon, the day before the shorts come out. Shorts come out every Thursday, typically in the morning. If you're not looking at them, please take some time. Please look at what we're doing. Please look at what your colleagues, your co-businesses are doing. It's a great way for front of mind information. It's much more current and kind of more emergent information. Our newsletter comes out monthly, also electronically, same subscribers. Comes out on or around the first of the month, depending on what day of the week that is. Sarah needs that information from you by the 23rd of the month. So whatever day the 23rd is, if you're a chamber member and you want to start taking advantage of that from our chamber member section, I tell people if they've got an electronic calendar on the 23rd of the month, put chamber newsletter insert. Either you send it to Sarah or you don't, but if you don't get it to her by then, it's difficult for us to get it in there. So there too. So our shorts, I forgot that I had set up our technology. Our shorts look like this. They are more of an ad about what it is you're doing. They're called short for a reason. I try to keep them short, but this one appears to be a little longer, just so you know. And our newsletter is accessible. I think that the thing I love most about our newsletter is it lives on our website and it is archived. So again, our search engine optimization is helping you and helping us, but also things like, boy, I remember seeing a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, there was a new member who was a landscaper. It can take us back to that. Also, everything you're giving me, we're able to give you live links to the flyer, a website, registration. So we've got lots of flexibility and technology in what we're doing. The difference in the newsletter is your post comes in, and I use the word blurb because it's the only thing I know how to say here, but you provide us with a blurb about what it is you're doing and a link or a PDF or a website, and we link whatever it is you're trying to share to the blurbs. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Please take advantage of these things. These are things that cost you nothing or little or nothing, and I believe could really make a difference for you. We know that on any given week, we have between 38 and 42% open rate. I'm not great at math, but I know that 300 to 400 people are looking at everything we send every time we send it. We also have a click-through rate of over 15% typically. Average industry standard is about 7 or 8%.
I can attest to that because when I worked at the Journal Sentinel, one of the products I had to sell was email marketing like this. And that is the industry standard, like it's low. And we had a decent opening rate at the Journal. When I heard Pam's opening rate at the Chamber, I was floored. Like, no lie, that we have a high percentage rate of the people that get our emails are dedicated to opening that.
And our clicking through is our click rate is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about ChamberMaster. You get letters about this when you renew saying ChamberMaster is our database management system. It's your way to update and upgrade. There's a couple things I'm going to show you easily. 2 ways for you to access ChamberMaster. Let me back up. If you don't know your login and password, it's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Many of you don't. If you want it, need it, don't know it, send me an email. We will work through that in a moment. It's not a hard thing to do. And don't be embarrassed, or don't do this because you can't find your login and password. Easy fix. You can access, however, ChamberMaster 2 ways. On our website, there is and I have to make this a little bigger to show you. Right here, there's a member login. When you go to the member login, it takes you right there, okay? That's one way. The other way is if you type chamberlogin.com, it takes you here as well. So 2 ways to get there. Once you've done that, you use your login and password to do many things. So the Chamber this was a great wake-up call for me as a person who's listed on the directory. Our own listing was kind of crummy. It really wasn't enhanced in a way it should have been. And it was a great wake-up call for us to step back and look at that. So when I log in as the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce, this is the first screen I see. You will see the same. One of the things I want to show you is you are listed in our directory in a couple ways, either alphabetically or by category. So if you're an insurance agent, you're in finance industry, in finance, insurance, that kind of thing. Apartment rentals, you're listed in residence, all of that, but you're listed alphabetically as well. What I want to show you is, if I can find, and for whatever reason, I'm not seeing, where's my alphabet? Let's do this. So one of the things we did this week was we spent some time enhancing our listing on our site. So when you click on Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce on our website, it takes you to this. This is what you see. I'm loving this. I'm seeing video. I'm seeing pictures. I'm seeing all the links to social media that we have. I'm also able to see information about my organization, highlights. What we've done here is we've created hyperlinks to different sites on different places on our website. So we're driving traffic again. So if I click on business directory, it takes us to business directory. If I click on hot deals, it takes us. So if you're Connect Sell and you're using highlights, you would say cell phones, tablets, internet solutions, and those might be tabs that you would use here, and they would be clickable so I could get to them. So it would drive me to your website. And that's what we're trying to do with this. Also, it has media, it has our contact information, And this, I think, is a really important thing for those of you who have a brick and mortar building. Set up this pinpoint map. This is also then translatable and transferable to Google and to for GPS. So it's just a great way for you to get more reach to you. Okay, so now you're in your, I'm going to go back. Sorry, so excited. I didn't know what to do. There are some things as a company that here's how you do what I showed you. When you click on the company tab, you see the information about your company. You can change any of this. This is where you get to take charge. I tell you when you sign up, I'm going to enter you the first time. Any changes that are made after that are on you. This is where it is. This is how you do it. So here's your company information. Then there's a profile summary. This is really helpful. And this is what gave me the good kick in the patootie this past couple months to say, let's upgrade. See where it says 100%? You drive this bus. You get yourself to 100% on these things. And it's just a click of a button and it's just filling it in. But the real wake up for me was that bulleted description and figuring out how to do that. So there, now you know how you can see how it appears. So when you go to your website information, this is where you do the things I was telling you. This is where you put your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter. This is where you put your description. This is where you put those bullets I was talking about. So it's not hard. Also, make sure you've got keywords. You have an opportunity to use lots and lots of keywords. Use them all. Separate them by a comma, but make sure you use them because those, again, that's that SEO magic that we talked about.
Which I just want to make a quick point. If I didn't say this before, I want to reiterate, SEO works in two ways. One is with keywords, and two is the more links that are out there on the internet floating around on a variety of different places that are links that are for your website or link towards your website, the better. So filling this out and having as many different links to your business as possible on your directory listing helps with your SEO. And that's also what social media is for, is like, I don't use Twitter a whole lot, but it's really good for your SEO. So at least that's just for me, but so the links and the keywords are the two big things to remember for SEO.
Those of you who you're listed in categories that we gave you, make sure that your categories are correct. And if you need us to fix those, that's a back end thing that we have to do, but we certainly can add categories for you if you're doing more than just insurance. I keep saying insurance because I can see Mika's face, but if you're doing more than just insurance, or if you're doing more than Brittany is a sports psychologist, but she also does personal training. So we need to make sure that personal training is in her, she's in that category as well. So that's that piece of it. Additional information, that's just your information for yourself. Logos, key, simple thing to do. See how our logo's here on our front page, our logo is on our listing. You can have all of that. All you have to do is plop your logos in here, and they'll appear across this brand, this common brand thing that Sarah's talking about. It will appear everywhere you are on our website. So just take a couple minutes and, plop your website in. Ours isn't here because ours is everywhere. We're on every header page, so we didn't have to do that on ours. Photos, same thing. All those photos are so easily uploaded. You just go to this photos, you say manage gallery, you can pick where they go, you can add them, you can delete them, very simple. Same with video. The real key you need to know is, where does the video live? As long as you know where it lives, then you can share it on our site. Pin map information, very simple. Google Maps is the recommendation I use, but if you want to upload an image of where you're located, you can do that as well. You type in the coordinates, it shows where you are. I would only say to you that you need to be a little cautious about that. Sometimes Google Maps doesn't understand Grafton and Cedarburg real well. So make sure this is right before you press publish. That's all. I'm just giving you that warning. Membership badge. This is something I would encourage all of you to do. This is a place where you can take our logo and you can put it on your website. So, it's sort of like that Better Business Bureau or Better Home, Good Housekeeping seal. This is that seal. All you need to do is copy this link down here, generate and copy the link, and you can use it on your website as well. We encourage you to do that. And as a member, you have access and the right and the availability to do that. So that's all of that. Couple other things I just want to remind you about. All of you have the opportunity to list hot deals on our website. Look how many are there. Zippity doo dah, zippity a. Please start giving us your hot deals today. Please. This is another one of those things. So you do free quotes. You will give a free 5-minute massage. You will give a buy 3, get 1 free, whatever it is, just put it out there. It's very simple. You just follow the prompts, but it gives you the opportunity to just grow another thing, another organic way to reach more people. Every hot deal, every job posting that you put on our website lives on our website, but also then automatically goes to our Facebook feed. So many of you I see are hiring all the time. We share them for you. When you post it on your site, we share it. But think about also, please posting it on our site. Post it on our site. We're going to go through our Facebook. Remember what I told you, we've got 3,000 followers. So hot deals is one. News releases, I have to be honest, this isn't really a feature we use very much because it will require, and I'm hoping we're going to grow that by these sessions, it will require you, our members, to use ChamberMaster as your intranet to talk to one another. And we haven't quite set that up yet, but that's what that would be. Job postings, as I mentioned, look at how nice they look when you post your jobs here. You set the parameters, we put in your logo, you can put in your logo. So there's the other opportunities you have. So I would encourage you to please think about taking advantage of free. The last one, calendar events, also something that you can do through your login and password, but you can go right to our website to do this. Our calendar of events ultimately, or in perfect times, scrolls on our website. It does right now. Actually, it's on our events. But the really neat added thing about this is 3 things. One is you post an event, it goes to our Facebook page. 2 is our calendar is the calendar that is on the Village of Grafton website and the Town of Grafton website. So your reach is a lot bigger. So when you're hosting an informational seminar, when you're doing a food collection, when you're when you've got some kind of a series or seminar, all of those things can be posted on our calendar. So please take advantage of all of those things. I don't think I missed anything, and I think it is 11:55. But if anyone has questions, we would love to see them. I think the one I saw, Sarah, was about Google Business Ads.
Yeah,
I'd say as a chamber, we do not really purchase much advertising for anything via social media. But when we do, it's targeted and it's to grow our radius of reach specifically for events. That's what we as a chamber do. But Sarah knows more about the Google ad.
I just personally, Google business ads. I would say for business owners, I personally feel that you get a better bang for your buck by running ads on Facebook than you do through Google. So I personally would pass on that, and I would redirect my marketing dollars towards social media marketing. That's just my own personal thought regarding Google business.
And again, Annalise is the expert on that as well, but I would echo that and say it's the most reasonably priced, furthest reaching advertising opportunity I've ever seen. And
largest bang for the buck.
The targeting you can do, the demographic information that you can select in the boxes of who you want to receive your information via Facebook is phenomenal. And if you're a Facebook user, you get an ad and you go, wow, how did they know that about me? That's how. So all of that stuff is in the back end, and you as a purchaser of advertising on social media can pick who you can totally target. And I'm not articulating that well. Annalise does a better job.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk more about that in March. I think one of the things too, Pam can kind of explain this a little bit more. When you fill all of this out on ChamberMaster, a lot of times this will pop up first in the Google searches because like
Yes.
Sarah said, we do so much on the back end of things with links and our website and our social media. So Pam, you want to touch on that real quick?
Yes, so if you're gonna Google, Grafton Bank, let's say that. Typically, our financial institutions pop up their first Google wise, if you're not specifying the name of one, they come up on our website through our website business directory before they come up on their own website. Again, we've got a power of 300 member listings. We've got, we've got video, we've got content, we've got links, we've got Google, all of those boxes checked. So the power of that is pretty strong. And so the more you fuel that engine, the more you take advantage of listing all of those things, the higher you're going to go up on the listings in general, but also the power that gives you through our site is pretty great. And so if the first place someone comes to you is through our site, we want you to look really good so that then they link to your site too. But we want you to have that double bang, more bang for your buck on that.
And for those of you that are dipping your toe in the water to this, I get it. We were all saying this can be very overwhelming. I've been, and Annalise too, this is just our thing. This is what we do. We live and eat and breathe marketing and advertising and that sort of thing. But I get it. That's not a lot of people's things. So don't feel overwhelmed by everything you've learned today. I cannot recommend enough. Just sit down 5 minutes, 10 minutes each night as a business owner and draw out a plan. Okay, here's my branding I'm going to work on first. Here's things I need to add to my face. We don't want you to walk away from this feeling like Chicken Little. Oh my God, I have to do everything right now. You don't. It's okay. But make some goals. First, I'm going to update my directory listing. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to blah, 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 blah. So
Let
Don't
me
be
say
afraid
too,
to-
Sarah has spent some time going through and trying to add as many logos and do some things. Here as an over 60 internet user, my biggest pet peeve is for websites, when I go to your front page, if I can't find your phone number and your address on your main page, I'm done with you. I don't want to click 6 times. I want to know how to find you fast. So
And
one of the things I love about our website and our directory listing is your phone number is right there. Your website is right there. Those are always there on our listing. And I love that. So I would encourage you to think of that mindset of, as a consumer, how many clicks are you willing to make? When you start to do keywords, what words would you do when you sat down to search yourself? What words would you use to find yourself? Think in that kind of mindset. What do you, as a consumer, what are your expectations? If you think that way, you're going to be much faster.
this is a digital phone book. That's basically what it is. It's a digital phone book that you want to be listed in. That's listed on our website. That's how
And if you have questions too, please feel free to contact us. That's what we're here for. We're here for you guys as a business. We're here to market your business. We're here to be a resource of you to your business. So this isn't the one-time thing that we're explaining how to do it. Please feel free to give us a call. We, love to talk to you and explain it all too. Yeah.
You have our emails. If you need us, you know where to find us. It's noon. We want to be respectful of your time. If any of you want to hang on for a couple minutes, we have a little bit more time. I mean, we've built in some extra time at the end, but you won't hurt our feelings if you sign off. We understand. We said we'd end at noon. We're going to end at noon, but we'll hang out for a couple more minutes if you have some questions that you need us to answer. Again, our emails, mine is pam@grafton-wi.org. Sarah's is sarah@grafton. And Annalise, because she's the celebrator, is celebrate@grafton-wi.org.